I'd just begun day 8. I was sitting down for my usual breakfast. The dame who always brought me my breakfast was a little hysterical this morning.
My second cousin Session and the jeweler in the plaza of the palace, and my third cousin, once removed, Tiram the rug merchant, weren't able to set up their stands today. An elemental of air is filling the plaza.
Yeah, she was hysterical, all right, but she had a nice tail on her. And she made good food. I thanked her for the info as usual. Breakfast was delicious, but I had other things in my mind.
Do not forget that Shima dances this night.
Apparently she wasn't too worried about the air elemental to avoid dancing. When I went outside, there was a big green thing waiting for me.
Will you please take this Saurus back to the stables? I've been unable to move it back there. It seems to have been waiting for you.
Saurus was perfectly willing to follow me back to the stables. Pesky Saurus. Yeah, maybe the Saurus was also hysterical because of what was going on at the Palace Plaza. I decided to take a look for myself. The plaza was deserted, except for one character. As soon as I saw him, I knew he was ready to sweep me off my feet. I had to be careful here. It was a writhing funnel of air. What a windbag. I knew who I had to talk to. Oh, I was up to my compass and elementals, so I couldn't use my map at the moment. Well, in that case, what I had to do was go out onto the streets. Then I could use my map. The last person in the world who I wanted to talk to was the one person who I had to talk to at that moment. The guy who knew all about air.
How's the Chinook, Schnook? I heard the gusty air elemental has a tempestuous relationship with his own Twister. They had a whirlwind affair, but it's winding down, if you catch my drift.
I wanted nothing more than to punch this guy 100 times in the face right then, but I needed information that only he could give me. I started off by asking the obvious question. Tell me about the air elemental.
If you're led to behead an airhead, don't let him lead the chase. Glue his shoes with goo, Blue, and throw mud in his face. It's fair to snare the air there than put him in his place.
What the guy was saying didn't make any sense. I was hoping maybe I could get some better information from the dame who lived in her water palace, or whatever you want to call it. But there was one piece of information I could get from this clown that I couldn't get anywhere else. I needed to know what container to use. So I asked him about container.
Go find a fellow who will loan you his bellows, and if you can't play, just take them away, Jay.
This, by the way, was where I got really stuck on the game, because when I first played this game, I was like 10 years old. And it took me about 2 weeks. Yeah, when I first got this game, I think it took me about 2 weeks to play through the whole game. And this was where I was stuck for one of those 2 weeks. I was literally stuck for a whole week trying to figure out how to catch the air elemental because I didn't know what bellows are. You know, I was 10 years old and I didn't know what the heck are... I mean, I knew that to bellow meant to yell really loud, but I didn't know that bellows is also a noun, meaning, well...
The dervish of the desert sent a Bedouin to my boudoir, and I heard he needs a hero to help him bait a beast. You have to watch the old codger, he's being cagey, but dervish is my command.
I wondered what this was about a beast. I'd heard something about a beast before, but I'd have to worry about it later. I had windier things in my mind. It was time to go visit the woman with an eye on her door. As usual, I had to remember to be on my best behavior here. She welcomed me in. And there she was, in her shimmering pants and entirely too small green top. She invited me to share tea, but as always, we both knew we wanted more than just tea. Still, I had to play it cool and accepted the offer. The tea was cool and refreshing, and so was she. I had a lot of important questions to ask her. Again, I started with the most obvious one, the air elemental.
Perhaps it would be well to show you as well as to tell you about such things. The essence of air is freedom of movement. As long as there is a place for air to go, it will continue to grow in destructive power. And I didn't get to finish reading that message. You should ask someone better versed than I in the nature of air how to go about this.
And I'm going to do that again because I didn't catch the full essence of that message.
Only when it is bound to the earth can it be contained.
I knew then that I had to bound that air elemental somehow. But my usual techniques, whips and chains, no, that kind of bondage wouldn't work here. I needed something different. I'd have to go back and ask the clown again. Woe is me. I thanked the dame for her information. She said she was sorry we didn't converse at greater length. I shared the sentiment, especially given who I was about to talk to. Again.
Ahoy, Goy! Howdy doody!
Who was he calling a goy? He knew I was a Jew. It was time to ask him about the more earthy elements of Shapir.
You have a dearth of earth? That's worth my mirth. I do have some Fuller's Earth in stock, though.
Yeah. I guess it would befit a fool to have some Fuller's Earth, wouldn't it? Alright, let's ask about that Fuller's Earth.
It's used to make dark stains on light clothes. If you needed to ground old Blowhard, it's yours for a song. Dust in the wind. All you need is dust in the wind. But I see you really have some dirt, Kurt.
My name's not Kurt. Guy in the annoying blue shirt. Actually, it was probably a vest, not a shirt. But I wasn't gonna make bones about it now.
A river dirty, Gertie. Adieu to you. Bye for now, purple cow.
I really was speechless with regards to that guy. I'd never wanted to hurt anybody so badly. Anyway, it was time to visit the weapons master. Or weapons maker, or whatever.
What do you want now?
The stupid musclehead asked me. I got straight to the point. I needed his bellows.
The bellows is a sign of my trade. What about it?
Give him to me, you stupid... Yeah.
You have shown yourself worthy by defeating me at arm wrestling. Let me get them for you.
He got the bellows down for me and tossed them to me. It was worth saying thanks, even though he was, guy deserving of a negative noun. The game told me I was welcome. Isser had nothing to say for himself. It was time to face the air elemental fair and square. I had everything I need. Dirt and bellows. But I was out of time on this video, so it was time to resume, or promise that I would resume in the next video. I knew it would be exciting. I couldn't wait.